This is Eboni in 40 years.
Thank every man that left me. I would have never been alone this long. and really got to know myself. I feel that as young women, we're devoting ourselves to this programming of...
She said, as young women. Yeah, y'all heard that right. She said, as young women, we're devoting ourselves to this programming. Let's continue.
Love. And the truth is, you got to love everything, not the poor guy that you that you decided to hook up with.
This is just sad. And as I said, young ladies, if you don't want to end up like this, be intentional, be strategic. V said, Black women have built themselves up to be this perfectly educated queen, boss that all men should bow down to and desire to have. Facts. When they reach age 40, the whole independent feminist lie all came crashing down at their feet. When they realized they wasted all their marriage years and family planning years on a career that will end soon, lonely and heartbroken to the wall of life. And that is 100%.
Feminist lies.
Especially that part. Black women have built themselves up to this perfectly educated queen boss that all men should bow down and desire to have. We have been misled. We have been lied to. We were told that as long as you have your education, that is all you need. We thought that having an education is going to put us, give us a little bit more preference. Like, I mean, on the dating market, for some reason, I don't even understand that. Because if we want a man to provide, we want a man to pay all the bills, why we're leading with our education? A lot of us were told, go to school, get your education. Don't focus on the boy, because as long as you have your education, any man go want you, including the men who own the bus company. It's just the ugly truth when we find out that that's the lie. When we realize that, nah, that hurts. That when we realize that that was a lie.
It burns.
It burns.
It burns.
Then you reach the 40-year-old wall. And I mean, 40 is a stretch, because you can say the 30-year-old wall, but I'm saying 40-year-old because Eboni is 39. And when you reach that 40-year-old wall, you realize all your independence, all your degrees, all your career, all your success doesn't make a man want you. Doesn't make you qualify for the kind of men that you want. That's the ugly truth that too many of us, unfortunately, are starting to realize. And not enough of us are talking out about it. We're stuck in our pride. We want to call on the one person we know, that the exception. The one person who is the exception, who met their man at 40. We want to use them as a no. See, that's not accurate. Because even though, I want to say it was GB, big up yourself, GB, if you're watching. We have 162 people in here. Go ahead and hit the like button, y'all. Because even though 98% of post-wallers had to settle for a sympathon or to be old and alone, we think that we are the exception. And all of us going to be that 2% exception to the rule, because we know one person. And most of the time, the one person we know, we would not exchange places with them. The one person we know, husband be looking like this. And again, it's no disrespect, but when you get to a certain age, you cannot be talking about how you want the owner of the bus, because who's the owner of the bus checking for? Not you. And then when we get to that age and we realize, yeah, we wasted our life, we wasted our prime. I should have leveraged my prime. We refuse to tell younger girls, leverage your prime. Instead, we're telling them to leverage their 40-year-old boss.
Oh my God.
As I said, it's a conversation that not a lot of people have. It's a conversation that they allow their pride and ego to take over. If you are over 40 and you aren't selfish, you aren't encouraging young girls to waste their prime, then this message is not for you. But you trying to come over here and say not all and to deflect and distract from the conversation, you are as bad as the Eboni K. Williams of the world. You are as bad as the women who are encouraging young girls to waste their 20s to find themselves, to get to know themselves. As the 80-year-old woman who talking about how she's glad for all the men who left her because that gave her an opportunity to find herself at 80. If you don't know yourself at 80, I'm so sorry to say there's a possibility that you're not going to ever know yourself. And too many women are risking to end up like this. We're risking to repeat these same patterns, to repeat these same mistakes without speaking up. And it's just the selfishness of it all. They would much rather be up here setting thirst trap than guiding young girls, than telling young girls, hey, do not get to 40 and alone, or a baby mama, or even worse, big bone. If you don't want to end up 80 calling yourself as young woman, talking about how you happy for all the men who left you. 80 and you did not know how to work with not one man. This is Eboni K. Williams in 80 years. Because she's not going to know how to humble herself and settle for what she can get at 40. At 40, your options are limited. At 30, your options are limited too, but it's not as limited as your 40. Take advantage of your prime years, young ladies. I mean, it's just basic math. It's basic math.
2 + 2 is 4, -1, that's 3, quick maths.
Therapy is needed by all of us. Yes, I agree. Big up yourself, Yardley. Yardley said, there's a lot of masculine career-dominated workhorse. White women are single. Men don't want to date workhorses. Also, no disrespect to her, but she's also got a deep voice. Yeah. Men don't want, I mean, listen, all right, let me say, I don't even want to talk about what men don't want or what men want. Young ladies, if you want to be a wife, you want to be a mom, learn the wife skills, learn the mom skills, learn what it takes. If you want a man who owns the bus company, find out what that man wants. More than likely, the man is not going to want you to be out there working and chasing your career. If you're chasing your career and he's chasing his career, who raising the kids? Who taking care of the household? More than likely, the kind of men who owns the bus company wants a woman who is going to be in the household to raise his kids and take care of his household. More than likely. Get curious what these men want and leverage your prime years. I'm so sorry, but you're in your 40s, your options are limited. It's just the ugly truth. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying give up. What I'm saying is know the cards you were dealt and move accordingly. We got these 40-year-olds trying to move like they're 20. Got these 40-year-olds trying to compete like they're 20. Trying to act like they have options like they're 20. Why? Because feminism told us, hey, focus on your education. Feminism told us, focus on yourself. It is all about you. Don't even concern yourself with what men want. Focus on you.
Feminists, lies.
And then we got posts like this that was so spot on. Black women have built themselves up to be this perfectly educated queen boss that all men should bow down to and desire to have. Y'all remember Kevin Samuel's voice thingy? I'm a PhD. It was a young lady who he asked, are you married? And she said, no, I'm a PhD. As if